never condescending. Before you hear something this dope again and people love it, you'll see the Pope on the... You're not broken. You've just been performing, trying to say the right things, trying to look like you've got it all together. But when you're performing, you've lost yourself in the process. And let's be honest, performing is exhausting. You're not broken. You've just been performing, trying to say the right things, trying to look like you've got it all together. But when you're performing, you've lost yourself in the process. And let's be honest, performing is exhausting.
Right. So I wanted to piggyback off of what he said. A lot of times, as individuals, we lose ourselves trying to perform for others, and a lot of times these people don't even know we exist. They don't even care about us, but we're trying to perform in order to receive their quote unquote blessings or their validation. So, and a lot of times young children do this, to seek out validation, and because they're not dealing with emotional intelligence yet. So a lot of times what we do is we will mold ourselves in order to fit in someone else's perception or expectation of what we should be or how we should act. This is why they say your tribe is your vibe. Your vibration is your tribe. You understand? All you have to do is just be yourself, and everything that is meant for you, especially at the time, will attract to you. So someone said, when is the moment you stopped caring about what others thought of you and you started embracing your authentic self? You guys can answer that question in the chat. When was the moment that you stopped being a people's pleaser? You stopped being so nice to everyone else, and you started to live for your authentic self. No longer feeling the pressure to conform or to put on a facade. You're comfortable in your own skin with your own thoughts and your own passions and your own unique way of viewing the world. We all see the world differently, right? The middle gaze is respect. You respect me, I respect you. You don't respect me, I get away from you. That's it. I never understood why people would love to hang around people who didn't like them. And I'm not saying just because a person don't like you, that means that they're an awful person or a bad person or you're an awful person. It's just we're not going to always like each other. But you should want to be around people who respect you, who like you, people who's on your same vibe. Yes, but when you start living for yourself, you start living for your authentic self, helping each other, seeing each other smile, putting that warmness back in each other's heart, you no longer feel the pressure to conform or to put on a facade, right? To fit in with others. You're comfortable in your own skin, with your passions, with your faults. You know what I mean? Someone wrote, this doesn't mean you become Okay, that's true. Yeah, it's just a little short one, real quick. I haven't been on here in a minute, so I'm just hit you a little 10 minute joint. Okay, okay. When did you stop being a people's pleaser? What made you become a people's pleaser? How did you find yourself stuck in that people pleasing route? People pleasing, right? It sounds familiar, right? A lot of us we found ourselves there just trying to make everything happy, make everything smooth, put a smile on mom's face, put a smile on auntie's face. So a lot of times we learn to please these people, do whatever it takes to please these people when we're not pleased as a person. You understand? So it can be a little conflicting. We're giving something that we don't really have to someone else. It's like having your bank account is low and you're steady trying to give people or lend people money when you're about to go broke. You're about to go bankruptcy, have a nervous breakdown. Okay, so it says in psychology, people pleasing is often linked to a deep rooted fear of rejection or conflict. Right. So a lot of people, to prevent conflict or rejection, some people will please a person, become people pleasers, right? Because we don't want rejection. We don't want any drama. We want everything to be smooth. But we spoke about this one time on the show before when I think being nice backfires on you. I'll read a little bit of that later. But what happens when, it's always good to be yourself. If you say something and it hurts someone's feelings, you were speaking the truth. You didn't mean to hurt their feelings. You can apologize. But we're walking around here with so much anger built up in our nervous system and our brains and our hearts. And it's a reflection of our behavior. So, people want to blame the internet. They want to blame the computer, blame this, that. But it's the culture. What's happening is a lot of us are bringing the underground culture to the mainstream, to the internet. And this is why you see a lot of these young brothers in this culture going back and forth to prison, can't find work, who wants to work when you can swipe a card and get 10,000 one shot. So, I think the government sets these events up and then come with the quote unquote solution. I was just reading a David Icke book, can't remember the name of it. Very, very good book, one of the old school joints, man. And it was speaking about how the government does that. The government will create an issue and then come with the so called solution.